Welcome back to Tarth Takes Wing. We're about to take wing ourselves on a long journey across the world. We're going to cover like 30% of Westeros, I think, and a significant portion of Essos' west coast. As we trek through Hillwood, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by dense trees. I proceed toward the commotion, only to find Coreno and Andrin having a irate row. "I'll have no more of your idiocy, you loathsome bam pot," Coreno stamps his foot on the rocks. "You're the one who has whined on this entire journey, squealing, 'Are we there yet?' at every crossroads." "Come now, surely the two of you can make amends." Yeah, they did make amends. Oh, we finished the promote council in the background. Hold on there. We're gonna pause then. The seas around here are thick with honeywiner traders going about their usual craft, carrying rare and exotic goods from one port to another. One such merchant ship holds an item within it that immediately takes my interest. The moment I lay eyes upon the honeywiner sword, I know I could never find anything like it back in Tarth, and it simply must be mine. Plus 4 prowess ain't bad. We're going deep in depth for this one. Yeah, boy. Now that we have 2 artifacts, we should probably appoint a I thought it was artificier. Antiquarian. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder, and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate, yet I feel compelled to go and investigate this mysterious wreck. No thanks, there's nothing but that way. Alright, we finally have stopped moving. We want to sort people by aptitude. We only have terrible people. This guy is one of my vassals. We'll appoint him, even with his disappointing stats. I don't suppose we have a seneschal. We actually do. We do have a seneschal. And we need to get a wet nurse. We need that quite badly. And then travel speed is affected by these guys, so we're going to say our acclaimed knight who's not doing anything else. And yeah, let's summon up a wet nurse. They may not let us take it because we're so deep in debt. We may have to try it again. Okay, so Evenfall Hall is now Westerosi Valyrian. We need to begin the conversion of the rest of the island. Promote culture. We're going to do it in Brightmoor next because that's where Morn Hall is. And that's an important place for us. And then we'll probably do the north side. Might Point. Which one has more places in it? We'll do Sundown and Castle Star next. Then Might Point, and then finally Morningside. And that will help keep with our RP goals. My wife is not pregnant, and I'm off on a journey for probably a year and a half or longer. Unfortunate. With a mind to provide the best of care for our children, I've had my functionaries seek out able women for the role of wet nurse. Now, they present a few locals for my judgment. We have Maylene. I mean, you know, it just says aptitude good. I don't know what stats you need for it, but if they say it's good, it's probably good. Right? We're even more deeply in debt. That laughing, by the way, is me, you know, this is fine dog inside the burning area. Laugh. All right, so this is fertility and health boost resistance to diseases. Oh boy, that does remind me. Someone told me that I could turn the frequency of the... Oh, does it not let me change game rules after we started? Oh, it does. Okay, someone told me to turn the frequency of the... What do you call them? Disease. Plagues. Turn the plagues down because during the last playthrough, I was getting absolutely wrecked by them. Uh-oh, I can't change it now. That is unfortunate, but I'll have to deal with it. Yeah, they said that this mod is not tuned correctly with the plagues. They happen way more often, and they are way more wrecking. As I am looking through the market stalls in Sunrise Market, I feel my purse string cut. Despite my immediate reaction, the thief disappears in the crowd. Only through pure coincidence, one of my guards sees the man as he heads into a back alley. "Stop, or I'll have your head!" One of my guards shouts at him, and the thief turns around, giving us an angry, shifty stare. We can recruit him for money that we don't have. Oh. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. If we hire him, he'll be an assassin for us. But also, I could just kill him, which I will, and I'll take his money as well. I mean, he did steal from us. We will... Let's see here. Before me sits the ancient rock of Dragonstone, a truly grim island, as dark and mysterious as the tales say. Endless activity streams around the island. Fishing boats, galleys, and sparse villages come into view. The black smoke from the Dragon Mod could be seen days before we arrived. That awful, smooth blackstone, or Dragonstone, rose into view as soon as the island itself came into sight. While the walls are lined with stone dragons, I'm sure if I stay here long enough, I would see a living dragon fly by. So we can go into the dungeons, or we can go to the Dragon Mont, which actually I kind of really want to, but I've never been to the gardens, and I think I'm interested in going there. Like, I'd like to do this as a player, but for RP purposes, having a scholar wander around the garden sounds right. A small garden, to be truth, but fair, and full of pines, flowers, and other flora. Within it is endless black statues of dragons and dragon people. Perhaps you'll find peace there, or other lost items. Oh, cool. The castellan of the keep has set me down a seemingly endless spiral of staircases, the black walls flowing with a pattern of like dragon scales. As I emerge, a sharp scent of pine strikes me. Towering dark trees, taller than shipmasts, surround me on all sides. Beneath them, wild, thorny hedges creep, roses bloom sweetly, and between the tangled flora lurks the same smooth black stone, like an unavoidable shadow. Behind me stands the dragon's tail from which I exited, and the natural black rock of the volcano. Now, I ask myself, why did I come here? Do I want to go for a walk or find a place to sit? I think find a place to sit and reflect on these dragons. Within the gardens, I find a bench made of pure black, oily stone. It feels stronger than anything I've ever touched, and it's unyielding, untouched by time. No cracks, no wear. Only the slow creep of vines at its base, and the dropping of birds upon its surface. I look up at the rustling pine branches, watching a light breeze weave through their branches. Even with dead stone dragons and lifeless stone figures all around me, I find peace. And with that, I prepare to continue my journey. I de-stressed. I didn't need to de-stress, but I de-stressed anyway, and that's good. Chivalry is alive. While traveling through the Whispers, we run into some Crackclaw knights. They are deeply respectful and apparently huge lovers of poetry, as they insist on reciting it at every chance they get. The code of conduct they follow has several merits, and I can't help but admire it. One of the knights, Bannon, is particularly impressive. I can either reduce the cost of chivalry or become more personally chivalrous. I think we're going to take that one. I become more knightly in my time of knightliness. Am I actually training anyone in... we don't have anyone to train. Should check for spies as well. Robert might be convinced to join your network. My own Septon. You know what? Can I get my wife in on the network? Yeah, there we go. We got 2 spies on our side. Perfect. While transversing a challenging path in casting, I hear laughter ahead. My Seneschal Harrys and my caravan master Andrin are working together to cross a swollen, rain-fed irrigation channel. Harrys, your idea to make a makeshift bridge was brilliant, exclaims Andrin. Harrys replies with a chuckle. And your quick thinking with those long grasses tied it all together. It seems as if this obstacle has led to a new friendship. Your ingenuity is commendable. Just as we are about to set out, it starts pouring down. Rain as far as the eye can see. I can't help but curse my poor luck, but I had seen the dark clouds come in for a while. If we want to make our journey on time, we have to set out, but it is a risky journey with the weather being what it is. I think we'll take an opportunity to rest. It's not worth possibly all of my entourage getting ill. As we walk through Harster, we are caught up in a crowd of people waiting for a large cart of building materials to move out of the way. I don't need your stuff, and I already got it cheaper somewhere else, one man shouts at another. The other one looks crestfallen but confused. But what am I supposed to do with these then? He responds weakly, more to himself than anyone else. I'll buy all your wares. Evenfall gets extra building materials. Reduced construction time and costs. Yeah, that's pretty good. Passing through the back alleys of Strandpool, I see a lonely child and her dog sitting in a corner behind a small wall. Here you go, Valor, she tells it as she hands it a small piece of bread, keeping none for herself. Looking at the two, clearly the dog has been taken much better care of than its owner. The kid must be giving it everything she can find. Here's some food, child. The afternoon is quickly advancing into nightfall as we enter the local farm estates of Cottergloom. The estate owner, Ondred, greets us warmly and promises to host a lavish feast for us. We travel through the city of the Isle of Gods. A hospice covered in beautiful Bretvosi art appears along the roadside. Travelers, you look weary. Our doors are open for rest and care, a physician offers with a gentle smile. Inside, the air is calm, filled with the soothing aroma of herbs. Here, try my famous decoction of aster. It will reinvigorate your soul. Alright, so invigorated is small health boost for 10 years. My court could use a physician. Is that true? We have a good physician, but what if we had an excellent physician? I think so. He did not replace my physician, and it doesn't look like he actually joined us. Oh, Sarah Targaryen was swayed? Okay, now, can we convince you to cheat on your husband, who's also a prince? That sounds crazy. I'm traveling, so I can't convince her to do anything. Alright, okay. What's my next backup? My liege is good, my king is good, my wife is good, my septon's good, the high septon is good, but he doesn't have the money that I'm looking for. Speaking of, we should favor that one so it shows up more. Sarah is good. My brother-in-law, Lord Roderick Arryn, could be swayed. We're allies. And he's got a Targaryen baby. A Targaryen baby. We want the Targaryen blood in our bloodline. We have to rebuild the court. We're getting so much XP, but you need a huge amount just to get any one thing. Wow. While passing through the... By the way, if you're playing this for the first time, you should absolutely do these travels on slow and actually read the stuff, because someone went through a huge amount of effort to get as much real information about these places and include them, like the wolf den and all that stuff, Starry Sept, the Sept of the Snows, all that is very good. But, you know, it's a lot of text and extra stuff to read. I already know it, and probably most of the people watching this already know a lot of this information. While passing through the villages of Wolf Branch, I spend some time talking to the locals. One thing that stands out is their intense loyalty to their liege. One villager talks with such a passion that I would think they were describing a lover rather than a ruler. So I can get minus 1,000 to making loyal subjects, or I will make my subjects equally loyal, plus 10 vassal opinion. Yeah, okay, that's good. My vassals probably don't like me that much. Winterfell, the seat of House Stark, and the heart of the North, standing proud and tall among the vastness of the North. As I approach the castle from the King's Road, I pass through the Wintertown, a spacious and at the moment largely empty settlement outside the walls. As I move further east, the walls come to dominate the skyline. The outer reaches 80 feet, and the inner reaching another 20 higher. They are dark gray, and the weathered stone speaks to the great age of the castle. The eastern gate stands open and welcoming, and inside you find Lord Edric of the North waiting you with salt and bread. After the bestowing of guest right, he gives you leisure to explore the castle. I would prefer to peruse Wintertown and its more carnal attractions. Nope. No, I'm chaste. The glass gardens are interesting, and the crypts are also interesting. I don't think I'm stressed. Or the godswood. Well, I'm a godly man of the seven, and while I think the crypts are probably really cool, I don't need the stress loss, so I'm actually going to go to the glass gardens. I'm a man of science, and I want to know more about it. Walking into the glass gardens, I suddenly feel overdressed. The furs and cloaks I have worn to combat the briskness of the castle now feel far too hot in these glass houses. All around, copper pipes let out steam and hot air, which has been brought up from deep beneath the earth. Rows upon rows of vegetables and other foods are grown, even in the coldest days of winter. As I move further back, I can see the famed winter roses. Their pale blue petals are striking in appearance beyond any other rose I have ever seen. I should study the engineering, see if it's possible to replicate or gain winter rose. I think let's study. The days are long and hot now, and the flowers have bloomed and flourished. Some may pray to the gods for a long summer, but the longer the summer lingers, right. We know all this. Now that did say that I unlocked the winter glass. Is that actually? Oh, Glass Gardens is unlocked. Okay, so what does that do? Utilizing the heat of the hot springs, the castle has constructed a glass gardens to grow things regardless of the weather. Come summer or winter, fresh crops can be grown. Huge plague resistance. Development growth plus 10%, 5,000 supply, 10% prestige growth. What do we currently have? We currently look like we have a Pharos, which I assume is the far-seeing glass. Yeah. So that increases diplomatic range and decreases embarkation cost. I don't know. I actually think the Glass Gardens is kind of competitive. You know, we get less money, but that plague resistance is such a huge boost. And it's so dangerous. What's the last level of Glass Gardens give you? Plus 35, that's not that much. But 30% development growth and 30% monthly prestige is big. That's big. I think we will actually take this. We'll take the tax hit, swap out for it. How much does it cost to swap? 315. It'll probably go down a little bit as summer kicks into place. In the quiet of our camp near Hope Spring, a shrieking uproar breaks the calm. My knight Malo confronts my seneschal Haris, accusingly holding a treasured pendant. "You thief, that was my mother's!" Malo exclaims, eyes blazing with anger. Haris vehemently denies the claim. "You lying swain, it has always belonged to me." Let's see here. We don't really care that much about either of these people, but this guy is my seneschal, so Harry shall keep it. My wife is pregnant. Amazing. The gift of life between us. So brave she is. The story in the telling. The Crannog Man storytellers of the tale are greatly renowned, and when I finally meet them, they don't disappoint. We spend many hours sitting around the fire, listening to their stories, and it is a true joy to hear them speak. I could take storytellers back home. I mean, I'm telling you a story right now. Or I could become personally good at telling stories, which is also quite a good thing to have. Okay, so this is an event that happens all the time. You kidnap a hermit. It's bad. Okay, so Natural Dread is good. Stalwart Leader is good because it leads to chivalric dominance. I just don't know that we're gonna be fighting enough. I don't know that we're gonna be in wars during this guy's lifetime. So chivalric dominance has a little bit less use than what it would normally have. I think Serve the Crown for the Natural Dread boost is pretty good because if people are intimidated by you, they're more likely to do what you want. Yeah, so we're gonna, yeah, it's gonna, our serve, we finally have plus 15, so yeah, it's gonna start going up. As my entourage is traveling through Beckbrill, we end up in a conversation with a local representative from the Furriers Guild. Is that the Wheeling? An enthusiastic and charismatic man named Jeffrey. From Tarth, you say? We have actually been interested in setting up a workshop in Might Islands. You wouldn't happen to be able to do us a favor here, would you? He gives me a wink and puts some coin on the table. I gain $1, and building of Might Islands gains a... Well, I don't want a Hunter's Lodge. I don't want that. Give me the money directly, and I can make something work. Or increase... Yeah, we'll increase the cultural acceptance. The high altitude and brisk air of Flockshade has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. The soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I move in closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I am approached by the local captain, Bennett. Would you like to join in, my lord? I have a 80% chance to get rough terrain expert, which is alright. Reckless, which is okay. I think we can take it. Yeah, okay. Rough terrain expert. Not the worst. The fields of Riverview are a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem luscious. I quickly track down the source of verdancy, spotting a man standing in a field, seemingly holding a lecture of some sort to a gathering of listeners. My name is Master Denny's. You can get breakfast with me any time of day. He notices me in the distance, turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast, yes, incomparably vast. So stay a while and listen. Color me intrigue. 50% chance of gardener. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Gardener! Sweet. So +2 stewardship, which is great. +10 court opinion, minus 20% stress gain. Gardener is incredible. It's a 50-point gain if you start your character with it. We sit in a quiet tavern in Lambswold when a loud band of ragged-looking sellswords come barging in. Their brutish leader pushes one of my guards aside and audaciously sits down at the table. A nobleman, eh, my lord? Interested in the services of the best band of mercenaries in Lambswold? More loyal men you never find, at least if you pay us properly. I can make this guy my loyal shield. He'll become my knight. He's not... Oh, he has Aspiring Blade Master. He's actually really good. Join me for an incredibly pretty penny. I'm going to take golden obligations under the stewardship tree so that hooks will turn into ways for me to make money. And since all of my kids, I'll have hooks on them. And my dynasty members, it's good to have. And also you can get hooks when you release people from prison in other ways. The stories of Harrenhal do not do it justice, I believe. No occupant has dared to take on the challenge of rebuilding the once grand castle. Instead, it lies in ruin. It is far bigger than any castle I have ever set foot in. Even the Red Keep can't compare. The once great towers had been cracked and bent by dragonfire long before my arrival. Harren the Black had faith in these walls, and his line ended with them. The castle serves as a reminder that the dragon should not be challenged. Harren the Black was a fool. So the latest patch just added a new model for Harrenhal if you rebuild it. So it is a ruins, and if you rebuild it the whole way to Harrenhal Restored, you can see, it is quite costly to do so. But if you get it fully restored, it has a new, cool, unique model. Oh, we're almost to King's Landing. At the foot of a particularly imposing hill fort in Rosby, a group of children play at warriors. Their laughter a counterpoint to the solemnity of the stone. One child, bold and bright-eyed, approaches with a wooden sword. "Halt! None shall pass the fort of Rickard and his serene band," the child exclaims gleefully. "Oh, wait, are you a lord?" "Brave defenders, tell us the quickest way through these hills." Child scouts, child scouts, child scouts. Yes. We're entertaining the little kids who help us out. Oh, I was going to do something, and then I got called into wherever I'm at. This must be Storm's End. Yes, we're at Storm's End. Wow, so many. My lord isn't even here. I don't see him. I'm here on my knees. Where's he at? Where's the lord at? Servants usher me into Lord Paramount Boromund's great hall in Storm's End, where he sits his throne waiting to hear my pledge. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage, as his scribes record the event. With that, the ceremony is complete. I have nothing to offer, my Lord Paramount, except my promise to faithfully serve as a vassal of the Lord Paramountcy. Boromund bids me to rise, and confirms his satisfaction along with my rights to rule the lands I rule instead. Yeah, we're back on the trail again. We have multiple perks. We're going to take Befriend, always strong, always good to have friends. We're going to befriend a lot of rulers. And we've got another marshal. So 50% costs us belly. If we were going to go to war a lot, that's good. And then organized march down this tree is good. I think, though, we are going to take the prowess boost, single combat, and chivalric dominance. The courtship tree is pretty interesting for a guy who wants to seduce and elope and flirt around like a lunatic. So, at the center of Seven's Whale, there is a large sept, with everything else in the city settled around it. As soon as we entered the holy building, a man comes running over. "My lord, you look like a man of means. Would you be willing to donate to our sept?" Scraping and bowing, he holds out his hands shamelessly. I see there's some minor work being done around the building, but it's not nearly enough to make up for all the sept's shortcoming. Of course, a small donation is only in order. Rainwood. My man Davos Seaworth, I believe, is Lord of Rainwood. Traveling through the sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects on my state of mind and vigor. I glance over at Captain Coreno. However, he does not appear to be doing quite as good. His movement is labored, his breathing heavy, and spontaneous bursts of coughing rip through his body. Clearly, he is not well. I think I know the cure with 78%. I got him! I've heard that the Tarosi fishermen are famed the world over for their ability to strip the ocean of its most bountiful and delicious splendor. Today, by the shores of the Great Hugh, I am fortunate enough to come across the Tyrosi fishing fleet. Our entourage sails close to a stray member of the fleet, and I am greeted immediately by the pungent odor of its captain. "In honor, my lord, can I interest ye in the finest catches of the day? We will eat well tonight. Plus 25%. We can threaten them. I think we'll We'll fish on the fine fish during our fine festival. We don't really need 25% speed boost because the journey's almost over, but I have heard tell of the military exploits of the legendary Myrish mercenaries, and passing through Antine, I am fortuitous enough to come across a highly skilled mercenary commander. Eladon claims that he is the finest Myrish swordsman in the world. Well, he doesn't even have aspiring blade master. He's okay. I'm sure we can negotiate this for 30 bucks. I think so. He said no. As my party pushes through the sudden storm, I see a group of armed magi walking in the opposite direction. They carry a palanquin with a brazier of dying embers between them. The wind and rain are lashing at the holy flame, risking snuffing them out. Though their hands hover briefly over their weapons, the priests call out to us, hoping we might help shelter their sacred embers. We can imprison them. We can invite them, or we can just let them die. I think we're going to imprison them because we are followers of the Seven. What religion are they follow? Relore? I don't think... Are we actually hostile to them? Okay, yeah, we're going to stuff them out. We're going to kill them. They're bad dudes. Alright, hold on. I do need to censor out the bad stuff here. I have been warned that Relorans practice human sacrifice, but never had I imagined that I would bear witness to such a sacrifice. On a stone altar, I see a woman stripped nude, laminated to the surface by tightly wound ropes. I simply can't believe what I'm witnessing. She pulsates rapidly with every breath, her bloody eyes pleading with me to interfere. I watch helplessly, longing to stay the knife or postpone her journey to oblivion. I can buy her freedom or look away. She sucks. She sucks. But she'll die if I don't help her. I will help her. Did you join my court? For 150 bucks, you better have joined my court. You don't really have any skills. So, you're a incompetent jungle military commander. Unless I intend to take all of Western Essos, you're not going to be very useful in your lifetime. As I make my way through the city, I come across a group of scholars and students, all of them deep in discussion. They are members of the Scholastic Guilds, and they are debating the finer points of a recent discovery. As I listen, I realize I have a unique opportunity to learn from these scholars. I can unlock the Observatory Duchy building, get invited many scholars. I don't know what the observatory is. Is it cool? Are they gonna tempt me away from changing this to Glass Gardens? Observatory. I don't see it in this list. Maybe you can only build it in like certain places. I don't know. Still, I want to be known as a man who brings in scholars from afar for sure. My first daughter, I will name her Visera as well. My daughter Visera. Named after her lovely mother, who I love so much, I just haven't romanced her. I certainly tried. We will make you a diplomat. Your brothers are working on other things. Do we have a diplomat among our company? I don't think so. We don't. I will train you myself, my girl. I won't train you well, but I will train you. Oh, I missed one of the courtier kids. We want to train them too to grow up to be strong and courteous. You shall be a strong fighter, young Ethan. I wish for you to be trained in the martial arts, the arts of marshalling. Alright, we have some kind of okay people. We're so deeply in debt. This trip has been expensive beyond belief for us. Speaking of, we do have several new women among our court who probably should be married to whatever knights we have, so that those knight houses will stay alive and those people will have kids. We want lots of kids. And then my daughter... Is there a Targaryen boy? Is there a Targaryen boy that we can marry you to, perhaps? One of those good Targaryen boys. There's Prince Aeron Targaryen, who is the grandson of Jaehaerys. He's also the crown prince. I doubt they would accept this yet, because we already have royal marriage. Yeah, that makes sense. Can we get... Are there any other young boys? Nope. Are there any older boys? We have Viserys Targaryen. Why are you not married? Your dad is Prince Balon, who historically would inherit. Why hasn't he inherited? Strange. Strange indeed. This is also counted as a royal marriage. Blasted. Well, she doesn't need to marry right now. We can wait until she's older. Let's see if we can find a newly born, younger Targaryen girl. At long last, I am home. That's almost the whole episode was doing that. If we pace it well. Okay, can we seduce your sister? It doesn't look like it. Very hard. Yeah, I don't know. This seems like it's nearly impossible. Do you have other sisters that maybe we can seduce away? Don't you have a sister that's a septa? Yeah, let's seduce a septa. That won't cause any religious problems. See if we can bring her to the court. She's great. Historically, Mael Targaryen is like such a caring person. A troubadour will be performing at the court of the Red Keep. It would be a simple request to have her change the performance to be a dedication to Miguel, the target of my affection. Let's see here. Scheme gets budding interest plus 15%. I mean, I think we need to go bold. Did it work? I don't know. To the thoughtful Tythan, thank you for your gift of music. The troubadour's performance was greatly appreciated. I always knew you were a man of impeccable taste. 79%. My taste, my lady, is in Targaryen women. I think I Sean Connery there for no Bear reason. Yeah, we're about to wreck our piety really badly. We're gonna lose so many levels of devotion. My prisoner, Beldico. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I arrested that guy. That's fine. It's fine if he dies. It's fine. Probably. It's probably fine. Guys, is it fine to forget that you arrested a red priest guy? Miguel's windows are lit by a warm glow. Even from the ground, I can see movement inside. What an interesting thing to say, my lord. My pulse thrums loudly in my ears, both courting the chance to bed her and, as well, visiting the Red Keep has left me in deep waters. I try to gain her attention in an unobtrusive way, just zealous, patient, compassionate. Is she a woman who prefers discretion, or if I just pop up there? I think that she prefers discretion, I think. Compassionate, just. I will leave a seashell for her to find along with a note. Come on, what's my riz? My riz good? 2 seashells waiting for me in my chamber. No note or greeting, but I swear I can still smell the sweet scent of the modest Miguel in the air. 95%. We maxed out. 37% secrecy, so probably the king and the High Septon are going to find out about this and be real mad. I don't have the coin to pay you. I'm deep in debt. I'm so deep in debt. Could the High Septon give me gold? No, he doesn't have the money. Don't worry, I'm going to seduce this Targaryen woman and get in so much trouble. I'm probably going to get fornicator and adulterer. The transmutation of lead to gold has long been the dream of alchemists across the world, though many have attempted such a feat. Nobody is known to have succeeded. Despite this, I have come across some notes written in the margins of a book about plants. They claim that one can create golden rain by boiling lead sugar in a filtered solution of seaweed ash. Is such a thing possible? I will not be tempted by the promises of witchcraft. These scribbles are clearly a nonsensical prank. Yeah, I mean, this is not going to work. It's not because it's not witchcraft, it's just because it's not science. It's not scientific. Oh, Visera, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you, and now we have a perfect little son. We shall name him after your dead brother, who died being the guy on the throne, Aemon. Young Aemon shall honor your father and your family. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Oh, snap, this kid's smart as hell. I'm going to train him to be a learned scholar just like me. I'm going to train him personally, apparently. Nice. Good luck, kid. We're going to do it wild style. You and me against the world. It's time for you to understand genetics. Mael's reactions to my advances tell me everything I need to know. The time has come to put my plan into action. I think my chances are good, yet I must remember that Mael's father, King Jaehaerys, is always watching. Mael will be mine! Your love is what gives meaning to my life. I wish only to have you close, that I may know the touch of the divine, you and me together forever. No sooner have I read the letter delivered from Mael, than I'm on my way to her chamber. Seduction successful. Please let me invite you to my court. Nope, it's not letting me do that. Where are you? You're still in King's Landing. Ah! When the shouting and barking starts, the castle walls of the Red Keep are still uncomfortably close. Before anyone can spot me, I dismount and hide behind some trees by the side of the road. My heart is thundering like a drum as the hunting party gallops past. Hurry! Lord Tythan cannot have gone far! I'm an adulterer. My liege, King Jaehaerys, has revealed that I am seeing Mael in secret. With the truth spreading like wildfire, our passion may not be as hidden as I would like. Yes, I understand. But do you come to my court, my lady? What if I romance you? She's got a dragon egg. The time has come to let my feelings toward Mael be known. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. I go with my gut in the moment. I recruit one of the most senior soldiers and set out for King's Landing. We practice our routine after each day's ride. Once we arrive, we begin to spar in the main courtyard. A crowd gathers. Their cheers soon draw none other than the noble Mael. The soldier fights valiantly, but I disarm him with a final flawless thrust. I kneel before Mael and declare my noble intentions. I dedicate this victory to you, my love. Bringing your honor is my only desire. My sweetheart is speechless, but clearly flattered. What else? Why else could she be smiling thusly? We're tripling down. My wife Visera's tears hurt far worse than any harsh words ever could. I stand crestfallen as she buries her face in my shirt. Tythan, how could you? I love you, foolish man. Visera draws a long, quivering breath. Come back to me, my sunshine. Leave that pot and everything will be forgiven. I can stop being lovers, or I can make my wife even more disgusted with me. But she's plus 100, so... yeah, I mean, even though I cheated on her, she still loves me about as much as you can love somebody. Now, does the king still love me? Yes, and his wife. I mean, they may not be into it, but they certainly don't seem to have any, you know, serious qualms about it. Yikes, this looks like it's going to be... Yeah. I have a very small chance of that working. It would be great to have a friendship with the king, though. Hey, how about that access? Nope. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh, we are not out of debt. Well, the day, yeah, you already know what this is going to say. Autumn's coming, and then winter is coming soon as well. Jaehaerys has learned the Valyrian tongue through observation. Let's see if we can sway these kids to do... Patient is good. Yeah. Yeah, patient is good. I approach my son Jaehaerys and place an egg in his hand, saying, "Hold this. I will return." I depart, going about my day. After hours pass, I return to find the boy slouching on the same bench, egg still in hand. Taking it from him, I embrace the boy. "I'm so proud of you." How does the hen nurture life? How does the vigilant cock protect his mates? Patience. "Well," gripes Jaehaerys, "I don't want to be a chicken." "Will I ever reach this lad?" "My liege, you have to hear this." The wet nurse, Melanie, rushes me into my son's chamber. She points at Tythan in excitement, so I lean towards him and listen. "Papa." I approach my son Tythan and place an egg in his... He gains patient and I stress break. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings, these dark thoughts distract me from my responsibility and keep me awake at night. I feel I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could it be? The sting of the lash? The milk of the poppy? Or resist them? I will resist them. I am a man of strong mind and keen intellect. I will not fall to such base desires, even as I romance a woman who is not my wife and is in fact my wife's sister. And not like stepsister or half-sister, like full sister. Also, a septa who I think can't even marry or gain titleage. There is no woman lovelier than Maelle. In her presence, my words often fail me. None of my compliments ever do her justice. Perhaps a carefully drafted poem would be better capture her virtues. I shall write about... She is a forgiving, just, patient, compassionate, kind and feeling heart. To the gallant Lord Tythan, your heavenly laugh is like stars in the sky. I would be blessed if I could hear your voice again, that I might know the depths of your love. You and I together is what makes the sun move in the sky. She must have liked my poem. Nice. You're doing well, my man. Even with me directing you, you've got game. Wife encourages chivalry despite poor martial skill. How bad is her martial skill? It's bad. It's not good. That's okay. She rides a frickin' dragon, dude. Getting repeated invitations to feast, but we don't have the money to travel. We did that life. By the father, Maelle is an insufferable swine. Have you seen how she mutters under her breath? Ridiculous. My wife, Princess Visera, throws her head back in a wicked laugh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Maelle is still conversing with her friends, but I can tell she heard. I hate to see her hurt. You should apologize to the lady. Yeah, the sisters are apologizing to each other. Excellent. I want to restore their relationship before I tear them apart forever. Try as I may, the affections of my lover Maelle still elude me, but I can feel I'm onto something great. With my tutelage over my son Tythan, I may be able to succeed in a courtship yet. A little nudge, and perhaps Tythan would sing of my virtues and prove that I have a way with children that any woman would find irresistible. I will not use children in this manner. I will use my own game to run game. I shall not seek the aid of children. Now, if they want to help me of their own desires, that's totally different. But I'm not going to cause an upset like that. If we had tons of money, this would be the thing to build while we have the minus 45% build cost. Romance, the wild hunt. While Mael's High Septon invited me to a hunt, I did not hesitate to accept. I would do anything for a mere glimpse of my spring blossom. I am stalking through the underbrush, my page at my heel, my hound just ahead of me. It seems as though it has found a trail. Then suddenly my concentration is shattered by a woman's scream. I am coming for you, my love. Within what must have been a minute, but felt like an hour, I reached the clearing. Mael is on the ground before me, disheveled and weaponless. Opposite her, and just about to strike, stands a huge stag. My arrow flies true, and the beast falls to the ground. For a moment, all Mael can do is stare, but then she stumbles towards me and throws herself into my arms. I need you, my love, right here and right now. She is my soulmate. Please let me invite her to join my court. Nope. Nope. I can't even invite her. Is it because you're serving as your dad's something or other? Are you serving in his court? I just want you to come to my court. Come with me. My wife's going to be mad. Her dad's going to be mad. The High Septon's going to be mad. There are a lot of people that are going to be mad with what I just did. And what she did, honestly. My lord, I was able to find a secret Alex was trying to protect in your court. She's a deviant. We'll blackmail her. Nice. And then I want you to pay me money. You don't have any money. Shit. But I can just straight up recruit you, and I certainly don't want you going anywhere now that I've got you on the hook, literally. In 5 years, I'll be able to use that hook again. My mayor's basically done here. Gonna switch him over to training commanders. Chaotic excitement and fear overwhelm the ports and markets across the seas. The word on every merchant and traveler's lips is that a dragon's egg has hatched. Mael, the woman who hatched the egg, has named the deep rose dragon Grogan. I still can't invite you to join. I would love to have you in my court so we could have 2 Targaryen dragon riders. The king will take my man Denny's. Is there anyone in my court that I personally can squire? Nope. To the thoughtful Tythan, we are happy to accept your proposed squiring arrangement. A noble upbringing for a noble spirit. Let's see here. No young Targaryens. Let's take a look at genetics of young men around the world, but inside diplomatic range, who are unmarried, inheritable, male, by age. We're looking for strong gene candidates. That's my son. I was gonna say that guy looks like he has great genetics because he has the intelligent trait. That's a pretty good one. Can we get him over here? We could reinforce off of that. It would be great. But will you accept matrilineally? Yes, you will. Excellent. To the sensible Tythan, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Actually, he's from Essos, so he probably sounds more like, your daughter Visera will be betrothed to my son Miro. What other war? Why does it say I can declare wars? We can free the slaves from the bad guys. The Tyrells have allied themselves with slaver pirates? What are you doing? And why? Hey, we have positive cash flow again. That's good. Everybody loves a good positive cash flow. All right, so we need something new to be built here on the back isles. It's not... Oh, it could be windmills, actually. We just need 2 more months of pay. My Master-at-Arms, Master Ronald, has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be of as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name, I swear that Axel is someone you want by your side. Very well, Axel Butler shall serve me. He is not bad, not bad. He's got strong, so that's a good trait to have. He's a strong lad. These 3 fine, strong lads. Windmill, windmill built on the side. My, 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 my. Okay. This might be a stopping place. You know? Too much of a good thing. Never would I have thought that a man could have too much of love, yet it seems life has proved me wrong. Some days I feel as if my spare time is nothing but going on hunts with Visera and walking through the garden with Mael. For how long can I go on like this? These women will be the end of me. Might break me, but what is life without love? And indeed, I ask you, what is love? And also, what does love got to do with it? I need to de-stress. How about a nice feast? I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Also, is there any chance that I can invite this woman to join my court? Nope, no chance at all. Can't marry her or anything. I could also use a septa, honestly. I just need someone with her skills in my court. If I made her a lady in waiting to her own sister, who she was cheating on me with,